We're just wanting to show kind of how simple it is to use one of our box-to-box treaters. These treaters snap on underneath your Pro Box. And the easiest way to do this is to treat into a second Pro Box. So we would set an empty Pro Box here. You would calibrate this unit. It comes with a really neat chart and a flow chart, calibration chart. So you can treat this 40 or 50 unit Pro Box in just about 3 minutes at max. And we go into that empty Pro Box and we let it sit there for maybe a minute. Then I like going back into my original Pro Box because it has my correct hybrid label on it. And then what we'll do is we'll take our pocket knife and cut the label off of the Invigorate bottle and just stick it onto the hybrid sheet that's on the Pro Box here. It's a very simple system here. It's a 110 volt plug-in. You've got your pump, you've got your gauges here, you've got your gauge here, you've got your flow regulator valve here that you can, this will hold up to 7 gallons. So it's a really good, I've treated typically that would be about 7 Pro Boxes at the rate that we're using today on the Invigorate. So it really works well, and it's very, doesn't take a lot of time. It's very efficient when you get this thing going. I have treated 16 Pro Boxes in 2 hours with this unit before here at a seed dealership. We went in and within that 2 hour period of time, we treated 16 Pro Boxes and was good to go.
Phillip, we've been here at the farm today showing people different methods of how we can treat seed and how we do it on our farm. And just because we do it this way, it's not always right. You just showed us this box to box. This is a cool outfit. I really like it. And but I hadn't seen this. Where would I find this at? Could y'all help me get this?
Well, we're actually purchasing these units and for our customers.
Okay.
And so they have the ability to purchase this from us. We're purchasing at a really good discount rate. And so they can actually buy them from Genesis Ag.
But if if you're starting out with seed treatments, we've showed you how we use our cement mixer to learn that's very economical. That's a beginner's getting in, and this is kind of the next step here, and then the more advanced would be the commercial seed treater, like what we showed earlier today. And this is pretty neat. What kind of price range ballpark would somebody be looking at for this? Because on the cement mixer and all, you're going to probably you could spend as much as $500 on that if you wanted to.
Well, the cement mixer is a really good basic starter.
Absolutely.
And so, but then you have guys that say, well, I'm a larger producer and I don't really want to mess with the bags. But then they say, I can't go to a commercial seed treater because they're not willing to treat my seed.
And that's a $50,000 investment.
Sure it is.
And that's expensive.
So here we are for about $2,800. We can get a guy where he can treat his own seed. And I've got guys that come in each morning and they treat the seed that they're going to plant that day. And I I can't take that much time.
Yeah.
But really,
this is fast. I was impressed with it.
It is. I mean, we can go through about 3 minutes, and like I said, I've treated 16 Pro Boxes in 2 hours.
Do you open the gate all the way open when you run it?
Well, there's a restrictor plate in there, so when you when you open that up, you can't. It's not going to flow but so much,
so you ain't got to worry about the volume. It's going to get it
right
close.
Because you've got a chart, much like you have on your commercial seed treater over here, that comes with these units. And what you do is you look at, okay, this is what my seed weighs, and so this is what my pressure I have to set, my gauge is at, and it will go through there and treat that 40 to 50 unit in just a matter of minutes.
I wish we'd have thought of this before I spent all that money on that years ago, which we use it a lot. We treat a tremendous amount of seed for other people.
Why? And we got guys that treat their soybeans through this because they want to get the rhizosinate on. And again, the neat thing about it is you can treat it and go right to the field.
Mm-hmm.
And this unit really works pretty slick. And like I said earlier, it's about a 3-minute treat.
Yeah, and I watched you guys put it on. I mean, you just raised it up and got the forks adjusted properly and just snapped it right on and you was good to go.
Right, you're good to go. Raise it up, go into your other Pro Box. And I always like moving that back into the original Pro
We do
Box.
that on ours. Anything we treat that day, the next day we want to swap, we rotate the boxes,
Right.
is what we call it.
Right.
Especially if we're running high volumes.
Right.
And sometimes we do. We get up 16, 18 ounces per 100 weight.
Mhm.
That's a pretty steep.
It is,
amount,
it is.
especially if you got poncho in there.
Yeah. So we just move it back and we don't have any problem whatsoever with it.
Good deal. Well, I appreciate you taking the time and showing us different ways you.
Well, these really work neat for a guy that doesn't want to go to a commercial seed treater. He wants to treat an entire Pro Box. These really work safe.